Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nivedita and today I will be going over 22 lessons that I've learned in 22 years.
Okay, so what lessons? What lessons exactly? You gotta be specific with the lessons.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that now.
Okay, go.
This is something that I've learned from my mother. She's always served as such a positive light in my life, and I don't know what in the world I would have done without her. You need to believe that everything in life happens for a reason. Whether it's a positive or negative experience, it's either to steer us into the right direction or teach us valuable lessons that can only be learned through experiences. The next lesson is to choose your friends wisely, because unfortunately not everyone wants what's best for you, and the people you surround yourself with have a huge impact on your well-being. You want to make sure that you're aligning with these individuals on a personal level, and you're learning from them. Both parties mutually want the best for each other. Personally, I can tell you, I love the idea. It's like if someone's entered to my life, they're staying in my life forever. And it took me some time to realize that that's not the case. Throughout your life, people will come, people will go. It's okay to leave connections that you formed if they no longer align with your goals and values. Dealing with gossip. You would think that it ends in high school. Boy, are you wrong. Gossip follows you all throughout your life, okay? If you do hear that someone's gossiping about you, there's a good possibility that it's either one of the three things. One, they're probably doing less than you. Second, they're probably just jealous and intimidated. The words that come out of their mouth says more about them than it says about you. The third category, my favorite, they have nothing better to do and they're getting entertainment out of your life. So take that as a compliment because you're a celebrity. Not to be afraid of failure. Fear is self-sabotage. I do feel that I've learned the most during hardships. If you do fail, that's a good thing. You're learning, you're growing. There are two things that could happen. Either it actually works out, it's all in your favor and it's great. Or number two, it doesn't work out, but at least you've learned what not to do and you can incorporate that into your next step. Everyone's path in life looks different. And just because one thing works for one person, it's not necessary that it has to work for you as well. So it's important to understand that just because your journey looks a little different, it doesn't mean it's wrong. It's because it's your journey, it's going to be unique. And that is what makes us individuals. You don't need to always have everything figured out, and that's completely okay. If just make a decision, it doesn't matter if it's the right choice or the wrong choice, just make a choice and stick with it. It will all end up falling right into place. Now let's talk about advice. You're going to receive countless of advice and opinions from so many people. How do you know what advice you should listen to and what advice you should not listen to? I try to only take advice from people who are where I want to be in life. I believe that the advice that I get from that individual would be more valuable in order for me to make the right choices for myself. Ultimately, what you want to do is trust your instincts. You live, you learn. To be kind to your parents. They're living life for the first time too, and they're still navigating through how to raise children, for instance. It doesn't help when we as children give them a harder time. So give grace to your parents. If you've been ignoring their calls, call them, give them a hug if you can, or send them a text message. Just be kind to them. Appreciate the art of detachment. Now, when I say detachment, I'm not saying to isolate yourself from the world. What I mean is that you don't let the actions of others impact you. As the saying goes, you cannot control what other people do. All you can do is control how you react. Your life is a result of the choices that you make, and that you have full control over your destiny. Your thoughts hold a lot more power than you think. How you think really shapes your life. I started noticing that I had a tendency to look at my problems through a magnifying glass. I would make them bigger than they actually are. If you're constantly stressing, all you're going to do is invite more stress into your life. Whereas if you have a more positive outlook on the situations that you're dealing with, you'll be able to navigate through your problems a lot more efficiently than you would have stressing out. In grade 10, my science teacher called my dad and said I should reconsider if I want to pursue sciences in the future. And I'm not really sure why they would have done that, especially because I've always expressed that I wanted to pursue a career in healthcare. So having to hear that from your science teacher wasn't the best feeling, and I was only in grade 10. So what is this based on? A few tests? Like, okay. And now in a few months I'll be earning a Bachelor of Science degree specializing in neuroscience. If I let the opinions of that one teacher dictate my future, I wouldn't be where I am today. Moral of the story is believe in yourself. You cannot listen to people who tell you that you cannot do something. Hear it from me. You can do it and you will do it. Don't listen to the haters because they don't know what they're talking about, and you're gonna be able to do it.
You got into Harvard Law?
What, like it's hard?
Everyone is going to have a different perception of you, whether you believe them to be true or not. That's just how it is. But at the end of the day, you have to realize you know yourself better than anyone. The only perception that holds true about you is your own. If you want something in life, you have to be the one to go get it. Things will not just fall into your lap. For instance, if you want a raise at your job, you have to initiate the appropriate conversations in order to make that happen. No one's just gonna come knocking at your door and be like, hey, do you want a raise? And you know, there are some situations where that would happen, but you have to make sure that if you want something, you're going to go get it. During the rush of pursuing our goals, we tend to forget to acknowledge how far we've actually come. Realize that you're currently achieving one of the goals that you had set for yourself months or even years ago, and you're living that dream today. There's no such thing as waiting for the right time. It is so tempting to say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, you know, I'll get to it eventually. But the reality is, those are all just excuses. If you really want to do something, the right time to do it is now. There are a few things in elementary school that have actually stuck. One of them is an analogy that my grade 4 teacher used to use. She would always tell us that trust is like a vase. If you break a glass vase, no matter how much tape or glue you use to put it together, it will never look the same. That's exactly what trust is. If someone's broken your trust once, personally, I wouldn't give them the opportunity to do it again. If someone makes a mistake the first time, okay, sure, it's a mistake. Second time, that's when I start getting a little fishy about it, because it's not a mistake if you do it multiple times, it's a habit. aim to live in the moment, because before you know it, time will fly by and you won't even know when you turn 80 years old. If you're with your friends, get off your phone. Why are you texting other people when there is a human right in front of you? Talk to them instead. Document your life, whether that's in the form of photographs, videos. It's just nice to have tangible items of your memories, because as we age, our brains shrink, our memories will fade. So it's nice to have something to look back to relive these moments. Have hobbies and you're doing things for yourself outside of studying or working or taking care of your own families, whether it's going for walks, trying your hand in pottery, or starting a YouTube channel. It doesn't matter what it is. Do something that makes you happy, because you are important, and nurturing yourself will only make you a more happy and fulfilled individual. Say you're in some cafe, you're in line waiting to order your coffee, you glance your eye to the side and you see someone wearing a super cute skirt. Take the time to go tell them that. It's so simple yet so powerful, and that one simple compliment can make someone's day. Alright, so those are my 22 lessons that I've learned in 22 years. I hope that you all enjoyed watching the video or learned a thing or two. And I will see you guys at my next video. Please like and subscribe. I would appreciate that very much.